Members of this Long Beach community say the Whistler liquor store has been nothing but a nuisance and a hub for violence. So now with its demolition, they hope crime too will drop. And that's right, we're live here at the Republican headquarters here in Irvine, California. Students are riding their bikes through crosswalks like this one, which could pose a major threat for pedestrians. Taking home a kitten is a lot like adopting a child. You have to find the right fit for your personality, and adoption is for life. For the thumb suckers who are willing to stop, there are two devices that can help. One's called the thumb guard, made of plastic, and the other the habit breaker. Mayor Antonio Villaraigosa is scheduled to speak in just a few minutes. Facebook's plan with the new group feature is to expand the chat from just one friend to an entire group. They're hitting their daily business operations in order to help cut some costs for these tough economic times. All the parents need to do is fill out a simple application with emergency contacts and medical information. They turn this in, and the kids are ready to play. When you start to see a lot of these furry guys pop up, that probably means it's kitten season. That's when animal shelters and centers all over are stacked with cats. Like this South Bay Pet Adoption Center in Hawthorne.
We are completely overrun with kittens at this point.
Madeline Bernstein is the president of the Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, which is holding their annual Kitten Palooza event, an all-out fest for felines to promote their adoption.
We're trying very hard to say, listen, people, adopt a kitten. Adopt a cat. It's a good deed. They need homes. There are too many of them.
And people like the Clark family are responding.
We came out to adopt some kitties. It's a big deal for our family because we had 2 cats and we lost them.
9-year-old Haley Austin gets to adopt a couple of cats.
We were just so good on the weekends. My mom decided to come here and get 2 cats.
Her mom just needs to fill out some paperwork, speak with an adoption counselor who explains the process, and then is ready to check out. Now, adoption counselors say that taking home a kitten is a lot like adopting a child. You have to find the right fit for your personality, and adoption is for life.
They're playful, they'll go everywhere, and they'll just cuddle up in your lap.
Shelters in Los Angeles County took in close to 2,000 kittens last month, and each year the Department of Animal Services has to put down thousands more for lack of space. But pet adoption advocates here are hopeful.
In the past, when we've run Kitten Palooza, we've had a higher number of cat adoptions per day, actually per weekend, for the shelter than the daily amount.
Kitten Palooza deals will last until the fall, but pet lovers are encouraged to adopt year-round. Heather Hope, NBC4, LA. A father prepared a celebration for his son.
I was making plans for his birthday.
Instead, he had to plan for his son's funeral.
Marcel was supposed to bury me, not for me to be burying him.
Marcel Bulliner Jr., a sales rep at Universal Studios, was stabbed to death in his car on January 28th. Witnesses say he was dropping off a girl when 2 men asked him to move his car, then attacked him. It happened here on East 120th Street in Compton. A resident coming home from church that night saw Bulliner and called 911.
The paramedic, they was here. Young man, he was laying down with a hand down something like this here.
He held the funeral on what would have been his son's 24th birthday.
He was just about to blossom.
Bulliner was his firstborn and best friend. He says he wasn't involved in a gang or criminal activity.
He never gave me any problems as a parent. Never no police by my house.
Weeks have passed with still no named suspects or big leads.
Well, this case has been pretty difficult because we've contacted a lot of people who live out there by the crime scene, and they have not been anxious to help us.
They can see where it happened at. I mean, it's an apartment here with like 10 windows. Somebody's seen something or had to hear something.
But when someone gets killed in a neighborhood where no one is talking, what do you do?
Well, we're going to try to get some flyers out and maybe we get a lead.
I know a lot of crimes and murders go on here in Compton. Just don't shove it away like another kid dead.
Why someone would do something like this to him? Marcel was too nice, too loving of a person.
Bulliner leaves behind a 3-year-old daughter, many memories, and a mystery as to what happened the night he was murdered. The family and detectives are asking anybody with information to contact the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Homicide Department at 323-890-5547. In Compton, Heather Hope. A once popular liquor store in Long Beach is torn down today. To the cheers of local residents, Whistler Liquor is closed for good.
It's pretty much a blighted liquor store that caused nothing but problems for years and years.
Lieutenant Timothy Lancaster of the Long Beach Police Department said the store was a magnet for crime that the station received constant calls about.
There was narcotics sales, there was prostitution crimes. Probably over a 2 or 3 year period, there were 400 to 500 calls for service at this location.
He says with it out the way means more time for police officers to tend to the city. It's the second liquor store in the area to be demolished today, just off the busy Pacific Coast Highway. Long Beach City Councilman Dee Andrews led the way at the Whistler demolition ceremony.
A lot of individuals who used to go to this liquor store just kind of sitting around looking, like, where do we go from here? Follow me. You're going up.
Members of this Long Beach community say the Whistler liquor store has been nothing but a nuisance and a hub for violence. So now with its demolition, they hope crime too will drop.
It means a lot of respect, less violence, and it's just been an eyesore.
That's something officials plan to change.
Not only would it take crime down, but it's going to create jobs, because the developers coming here has promised us jobs, for our community.
He says a new retail or community development center will replace the old liquor store with the help of the Long Beach Redevelopment Agency and former NFL linebacker Willie McGinnis Corporation. The liquor store's demolition will help to pave a new road for this central Long Beach community. Heather Hope, NBC4, LA. It's the ultimate portable pacifier.
A little bit of soothing when they're really young is a good idea.
But doctors at Britain's first thumb-sucking clinic say that little thumb can cause big problems.
Because prolonged thumb sucking after the age of 4 or 5 can have detrimental effects to the development of the face and jaws.
Rachel Steeb tried everything to help her 9-year-old daughter Jessica stop sucking her thumb.
And then you see her peers saying, "Why do your teeth look like that? You look a bit like a bunny rabbit."
Finally, Jessica was fitted with a special retainer, which not only helped fix her teeth, it broke her habit.
That's going to save Jessica and us years of orthodontics treatment.
And there's more ways to help keep that thumb out. For the thumb suckers who are willing to stop, there are 2 devices that can help. One's called the thumb guard, made of plastic, and the other the habit breaker. When the thumb hits it, it prevents it from touching the palate.
We would normally leave this in for about 9 months or so.
Some parents say it's a bit harsh.
I would just feel like a bit mean. It's kind of that comfort.
But this thumb-sucking stopper is endorsed by the American Orthodontic Society, and it's used in several clinics throughout the U.S. Whatever the cure, orthodontists advise parents to help kids kick the habit sooner than later to ensure that this smile stays its brightest. Heather Hope, CBS News, London.